Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel. Peter likes books, because I do. I love books, and today I'm going to be announcing the books for both book clubs, a true crime book club, which I run with my good Judy Mel, and also Peter's book club. I will be announcing all of the books for those book clubs for October, our October picks. I'm really, really excited about this. If you, September's not over yet, so you still have time to read the September books. The September book for a true crime book club is The House of Gucci, which they based the movie that they made with Lady Gaga, and it's coming out in November, so a lot to say in one sentence. It's listed below if you guys would like to read that along with us. We have not yet announced the date for the live stream. And then also the book for Peter's book club for the month of September is If the Shoe Fits by Julie Murphy. I read it, I gave it 5 stars, it was fantastic, and I loved it. So you guys still have lots of time to read those books if you would like. All right, let's get into the announcement for a true crime book club for the month of October. Now, I have to tell you, okay, Mel's birthday is in October, so please in the comment section below, wish Mel a very happy early birthday. Usually she picks a book every year for October, but this year she's just been like super busy and whatever, and so she was like, hey, why don't you come up with something? So I was kind of just like looking around at different scary books for Halloween and things like that, and I found this book that somebody actually recommended to me through one of my vlogs. I was talking about loving horror movies, and my really good friend, Melissa, she and I are starting a horror movie podcast called The Boogeyman Besties. All the socials are listed below if you would like to join. But I was talking about that, and somebody on my vlog had mentioned this book called Behind the Horror. The true stories that inspired horror movies. And I was like, oh, this looks really good. So I sent it to Mel, and I sent her the synopsis, and she's like, yeah, that looks great. Let's do this. So let me read to you guys what it says underneath here. All right. Oh shit, I just got it. Behind the Horror. Uncover the twisted tales that inspired the big screen's greatest screams. Which case of demonic possession inspired The Exorcist? What horrifying front page story generated the idea for A Nightmare on Elm Street? I didn't know there was one, did you? Which film was inspired by an 18th century Japanese folktale? Unearth the terrifying and true tales behind some of the scariest horror movies to ever haunt our screens, including the Enfield poltergeist case that was retold in The Conjuring 2, and the creepy doll that inspired Chucky in Child's Play. Behind the Horror dissects these and other bizarre tales to reveal haunting real-life stories of abduction, disappearance, murder, and exorcism. Which is very interesting because I just went to the Zach Bagans Haunted Museum in Las Vegas, Nevada, and they talk about several of those cases in there. So anyway, yes, I did get to see the Devil's Chair. That was in The Conjuring 3. That was super spooky. Anyway, so that is the book for a True Crime Book Club for the month of October. I'm really excited about that. It is, let me see, it is, hold on a second. It came out in July 28th of 2020, I believe, and it's 288 pages, so it's not super long. And it's available on Amazon, Thrift Books, Audible, everywhere. You can find it online. Okay, I'm sure Kindle as well. Now the books for Peter's Book Club. Okay. Books, because it is another, like in July, it is another double feature. I wanted to read a book that was really scary for the month of October. You know, going into Halloween, I used to do a spookathon every year on Halloween hosted by Books and Lala. I don't believe that she does that anymore. But I love doing like anything to do with Halloween or being scared during the month of October. So I wanted to pick 2 books that I thought would be kind of scary that could carry us through the whole month. And I wanted to pick books that had recently come out. So the first book that I picked is a book that, well actually I already have both of these on Audible. Like I pre-ordered both of them. So I didn't know that until I was looking last. I knew I had one of them, but I didn't know the other one. So the first one that I picked is My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. And NPR says Jones is one of the best writers working today. This book has been on so many people's most anticipated reads of 2021 that I'm really excited about reading it. Here he is in the back, Stephen Graham Jones. I'll read to you real quickly. Is the New York Times bestselling author of The Only Good Indians. He has been an NEA Fellowship recipient, has won the Jesse H. Jones Awards for the Best Book of Fiction from the Texas Institute of Letters, the Independent Publishers Book for Multicultural Fiction, a Los Angeles Times Book Prize, a Bram Stoker Award, and 4 This Is Horror Awards, and has been a finalist for the Shirley Jackson Award and the World Fantasy Award. He is the Avina Baldwin Professor of English at the University of Colorado Boulder. Oh, wow. So here we go. My Heart is a Chainsaw, and I've been waiting like 2 months for this book to come out. You won't find a more hardcore 80s slasher film fan than high school senior Jay Daniels, and you won't find a place less supportive of girls who wear torn t-shirts and too much eyeliner than Proof Rock. Nestled 8,000 feet up a mountain in Idaho, alongside Indian Lake, home to both Camp Blood, site of a massacre 50 years ago, and, as of this summer, Terra Nova, a second-home celebrity Camelot being carved out of a national forest. That's not the only thing that's getting carved up, though. This, Jade knows, is the start of a slasher. But what kind? Who's wearing the mask? Jade's got an encyclopedic recall of every horror movie on the shelf, but will that help her survive? Can she get a final girl trained enough to stop all this from happening? Does she even want to? Isn't a slasher exactly what her hometown deserves? This new novel by the New York Times bestselling author of Only the Good Indians, Stephen Graham Jones, called one of our most talented living writers by Tommy Orange, explores the changing landscape of the West through his distinct voice of sharp humor and prophetic violence. Go up the mountain to Proof Rock. See if you've got what it takes. See if your heart, too, might be a chainsaw. So, anyway, that's the first book that we are reading for Peter's Book Club for the month of October. I'm very, very excited about that. The second book is the Mary Shelley Club by Goldy Moldavsky, who is the New York Times bestselling author of Kill the Boy Band, which I actually read. So this is a young adult. But hey, listen, for those of you that don't read young adult, don't let that dismay you. I am a huge lover of young adult fiction, and it's some of the greatest fiction that we have out there, and if the truth be told. I mean, let's just be for real, right? Okay, and Kill the Boy Band, I actually read like 3 or 4 years ago, probably 4 years ago now, and it was really good. So when I saw that this was by Goldy Moldavsky, I was really excited about it. Okay, so let's see. Club rules. The Mary Shelley Club is a secret. Everyone gets one fear test that all members must help execute. You must perform the task assigned to you, no exceptions. You must pick your target before the test starts. That's your 8 ball. You may scare everyone else in the room, but if you don't sink your 8 ball, you fail the test. The game isn't over until everyone's had their turn. A member of the club may never be a target. A fear test ends when your target screams. Okay, and then this is what it says inside, the little thing here. Okay, high school is a scream. New girl Rachel Chavez is eager to make a fresh start at Manchester Prep, but as a scholarship student, she struggles to fit in among the rich kids and finds herself turning to horror movies for comfort. Oh my God, both of these are about horror movies. These literally just came in the mail today from Amazon Prime. I ordered them yesterday, so 24 hours turnaround. Somehow, the stabby serial killers and homicidal dolls seem less scary than bored trust fund babies. Then Rachel gets caught up in a prank gone awry, going from weird loner girl to public enemy #1 overnight. To Rachel's surprise, however, the incident attracts the attention of the Mary Shelley Club, a mysterious society of students who orchestrate elaborate pranks known as fear tests, which are inspired by urban legends and movie tropes. At first, Rachel embraces the power that comes with behaving recklessly, but as the fear tests escalate, the competition turns deadly and takes on a life of its own. When someone begins targeting the club itself, Rachel has to track down the killer, even if it means finally confronting the dark secrets from her past. With deliciously dark and subversive humor, New York Times bestselling author Goldy Moldavsky exposes the horrors of high school with the precision of a freshly sharpened knife. Goldy Moldavsky was born in Lima, Peru, and grew up in Brooklyn, New York, where she lives with her family. She is a New York Times bestselling author of Kill the Boy Band and No Good Deed. Some of her influences include Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the esteemed works of John Irving, and the Mexican telenovelas she grew up watching with her mother. You can find her on Twitter at Goldy Writes. So these are the 2 books that we are reading for Peter's Book Club for the month of October. I'm really excited about them. I paused for a second, hoping that it would catch that screenshot. I'm really, really excited about these. And then you also know that the book for the True Crime Book Club is Behind the Horror. I wish we had called the True Crime Book Club the True Crime Book Club instead of a True Crime Book Club. And I remember when Mel and I were talking about it, and I'm like, should it be the or and we both went like back and forth with it, and we're like, oh hell, just go with Now I wish I would have called it the True Crime Book Club, but we didn't. We've been paying the price ever since. Anyway, that's why I sang the blues. That was my Janis Joplin. Anyway, here are the books for October. Let me know in the comment section below if you're going to read along. I love you guys. Let me know what scary books you're reading for the month of October. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next... I know! And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.